What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're gonna do a deep dive into the easy egg diet. This diet makes a lot of bold claims. Claim 1, it's easy. Claim 2, it involves eggs. And claim 3, it can make you lose belly fat in 3 days. Sounded pretty good to me. So we're gonna dive into this video. We're gonna see what's going on with it, man. Is it worth doing? Are we all gonna be shredded by the end of this video? Will it repair our marriages? Well, you're gonna have to watch to find out. Hit that thumbs up button and let's get right into this. Now, take a look at the video here. It's got 19 million views. That's a lot of views, man. Someone made a lot of money. The channel, Brightside, has 42 million subscribers. That is a lot more than I got, I'll tell you that. And if we look at the ratios here of likes to dislikes, we got 390,000 likes to 21,000 dislikes. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what I call a net win. I've had much worse. So we can assume, right, if I'm an outsider coming into this video, I look at it, I look at the likes, I look at the reputation of the channel, there's a check mark there, 19 million views. I'm thinking in my head that what we're about to get is good quality information. But I have been fooled before. So let's get in here and let's see what's going on, man.
Lose belly fat at home in 3 days with eggs.
Now, first things first, the video starts off saying, lose belly fat in 3 days with eggs. Sounds incredible. And it can be true. It really can be. But first off, we have to understand that there's no way to target fat loss to a specific area. You're not gonna do crunches and it's automatically gonna make you burn more belly fat. You're not gonna eat just eggs and it's gonna cause you to somehow skip the fat everywhere else on your body and it's gonna come off your belly. That's not possible. What is most likely happening is that you've created a calorie deficit. You're gonna lose body fat from everywhere, and some of that might be from your belly. But if anybody tells you that you can target fat loss in a specific area, they have no idea what they're talking about. You should ask for your money back. Wish I could have done that after the most recent Star Wars trilogy, but hey, sometimes you're stuck with a bad product.
Let's speak about what you shouldn't do if you want to lose weight safely. Starvation or a diet too low in calories.
If you have a diet that is extremely low in calories, yes, you are going to lose weight. If you create a calorie deficit, no matter what, you do that consistently and you follow that, you're gonna see results regardless. But the issue is when you have too few calories is that it's gonna be not only difficult to adhere to because you're gonna be hungry all the time, but more often than not, this leads to some really bad eating disorders, man. Binge eating, something I've struggled with before. And most of the time when your diet and your calories are set that low, it is not something that is sustainable in the long term. I always tell people, like how I preach on this channel, like the anabolic diet and the recipes, things like that, is if you are in the middle of doing a diet and in your head you're like, man, I can't wait for this to be over, or it isn't something that you can see yourself doing a year from now, 2 years from now, something you don't actually enjoy, then it is most likely not going to last. So my advice, stick with a moderate calorie deficit, figure out what your total daily energy expenditure is, subtract 500 calories from that. If you're not doing a weekly cheat meal, then that's a good number. If you are doing a weekly cheat meal or you're having like a cheat day, I'm a fan personally of having a bigger calorie deficit, but that is just on me. But don't go too crazy. Don't do a 1,000 calorie diet, 500 calorie diet. Figure out your numbers and get to work. It's gonna be the best bet.
Supplements that promise you wonders. Taking prescription drugs, you can be sure that they will be safe and effective in the treatment of your problem.
That might be the most bogus thing about this entire video. Obviously, some prescription drugs have their uses, but have you ever watched one of those drug commercials and the list of side effects? Some of those side effects are worse than what you're even taking the pill to like make yourself better from, you know? Obviously, if a doctor tells you you should take a prescription, I always advise you should listen to a doctor, but to say that all pharmaceuticals are safe and effective, I just, that's not a claim that I would ever make. And when it comes to supplements, there's tons of good supplements that do tons of good things. I think the problem is a lot of people expect miracles from supplements. You're gonna take one fat burner and it's gonna do all the heavy lifting. That's not the case, man. Some of these things are supplemental in that if your diet's already good, your training's already good, then they can help give you that extra 1, 2, 3, 4% on top of that. But don't ever lean on a supplement as the only thing you should be doing, right? It all comes down to diet, it all comes down to training, calorie balance at the end of the day.
To sum it up, remember that you need to consume minimum 1,200 calories a day.
Now, making a claim like that, you need to consume a minimum of 1,200 calories a day. That is a blanket statement, and there's one thing I think that's wrong with like a lot of this blanket fitness advice is that it assumes that there's a one-size-fits-all solution for everybody. But in reality, we are all different. You compare a 300-pound man, like a power lifter that's in relatively good shape. Think of like Hafthor Bjornsson, if I'm saying that right, the mountain from Game of Thrones, or Eddie Hall. Those are big dudes that are in fairly good shape. I mean, you can see their abs while they're standing up. They're really strong. Their calorie intake is gonna be radically different from me. Then you contrast that with a 5-foot female that weighs 80 pounds. Those calories are gonna be radically different. So at minimum 1,200 calorie number, although for your average person, I'd say that's kind of low. Blanket advice like that isn't something I would ever co-sign or stand by because everybody's different. It takes an individualized approach for everybody. What works for me, my exact numbers might not necessarily work for you if you're smaller than me and your calorie needs are different. So keep that in mind.
You should avoid the following products if you want to get rid of some belly fat. Products rich in carbohydrates. They are also called carb dense.
And this is why I hate fitness videos like this. They want to victimize one certain macronutrient and make it seem like it's the enemy. But y'all know, if you watch this channel, if you've really followed any of the mainstream fitness people that you should be following right now, that it's not carbs that are making you fat. It's the amount of calories you are consuming in a day. Yes, a lot of stuff that is typically high in carbohydrates is the more addicting foods, like your sweets, your cookies. If you follow this channel or you even know like about my diet, I eat a ton of carbs. We have things like French toast, we do cookies, we do ice cream recipes, things like that, but we just make the better versions of them. So there's nothing wrong with carbs. It all has to do with the amount of calories you eat in a day. And if you want the ultimate cookbook that breaks down all these recipes, the better versions of your favorite foods, check out the RJF Anabolic Cookbook, available at the first link in my description box. I'm telling you, if you follow what's in here and you eat these foods, it's gonna make your diet so sustainable, so easy, so delicious that you're gonna be left wondering why you didn't start sooner. Check it out, you won't regret it. So yeah, when videos like this wanna victimize one certain macronutrient, like telling you that fats are bad, the carbs are bad, the proteins are bad, you can't have any sugar, things like that, that's when you know you shouldn't be listening to anything they say, because that's not the case. At the end of the day, it's the calories that matter. I always tell people, I'm gonna preach it until my face is blue, eat the amount of calories you need in a day according to your goal, need enough protein, you're not gonna fail. You have my cookbook, you don't even gotta think about it. You just make the foods in there, you just hit your calorie goal, and you're straight.
Sugar and sweeteners, both artificial and natural. Your body perceives artificial sweeteners just as if it was real sugar. It makes the body release insulin. It works as a signal after which glucose is stored in the form of fat. So no fizzy drinks, even diet ones.
This is complete and utter BS. 0-calorie sweeteners have shown no link to actually making you gain weight. They are 0 calories. In turn, if something is 0 calorie, you are not going to get fat from it. When it comes to even the diet soda debate, I drink 3 or 4 diet sodas a day, sometimes more if I'm feeling froggy, and I've never had a single issue. But back when I was drinking the full sugar Mountain Dew and playing Halo till 4 in the morning, that was when I was in the worst shape of my life. So yeah, this couldn't be more wrong. Don't be scared of artificial sweeteners, people.
First of all, let's see why an egg is such an incredible product. Eggs are very nutritious. You won't be wrong if you say that they are on top of the list of the most nutritious products in the world. One boiled egg contains vitamins B2, B5, B6, B12, vitamin A, vitamins D and E, calcium, selenium, phosphorus, folate, and zinc.
Eggs are a very nutritious food. On average, a large egg, 5 grams of fat, 6 grams of quality protein, negligible carbohydrates, and yes, loaded with vitamins, loaded with minerals, great on a diet. I don't know if having just eggs is what I would ever recommend to anybody, but it can be a healthy food. Normally for me, I'm more of an egg white guy because I like to get my fats from other sources in my diet. But yeah, eggs are great, can't knock that.
Let's see how to reduce belly fat in 3 days using them. Day 1. Breakfast. Drink a cup of green tea with no sugar and eat 2 tomatoes and 2 boiled eggs. Lunch. Have 2 egg whites. They are a perfect source of protein. 4 ounces of fish, boiled or baked, and drink a cup of green tea. Between lunch and dinner, you can have a snack, 1 apple. Dinner. For dinner, you can have your favorite vegetables, be it broccoli, carrots, peas, green beans, cauliflower, whatever you wish. The only condition here, they must be steamed.
All right, so they just broke down day 1 of the egg diet. First off, it's not just eggs. There was 4 ounces of fish in there. You could have an apple, a couple tomatoes, a couple egg whites, and then your favorite vegetables for dinner. Now, one thing I noticed, hold on, let me do a little math here in the MyFitnessPal app. So you guys remember at the beginning of the video, it said never eat less than 1,200 calories, right? Yeah, that bold assertion there. Well, I just did all the math for the day 1 of the diet, and here's what it breaks down to. 726 calories, only 14 grams of fat, 64 grams of protein, protein, 86 grams of carbs, 25 grams of fiber. And that's with me being pretty generous with the portion sizes when it came to the veggies and the size of the apple you would eat too. So it's already telling you, don't eat less than 1,200 calories, but yet day one, 726 calories. So that's pretty sus. I would never recommend this to anybody. You're gonna be starving, you're gonna hate it, you're eating fish, which doesn't sound like a good time. Let's see what day 2 is all about.
Day number 2, breakfast. Drink a cup of unsweetened green tea. Eat 2 boiled eggs and a banana. Lunch. For lunch, enjoy 2 egg whites, 4.2 ounces of chicken, boiled without skin. And right you are, your favorite green tea. Dinner. On the second day, your dinner can include a piece of rusk, 4 ounces of cottage cheese, and a cup of low-fat milk.
Can someone tell me what rusk is? So day 2 is not even a drastic improvement from day 1. Just doing like some mental math here, that can't be much more than day 1. You got a little more chicken, you got some rusk, and if I had to estimate just off the top of my head, maybe that's 850 calories. And once again, keep in mind this is like a one-size-fits-all solution, so this would be more manageable for a petite female than it would be some logger up on the Appalachian Trail. And if I had to like break this down for me, for instance, and I'm having an 800 calorie day like this, for me, that is almost a 2,000 calorie deficit. And the diet's terrible, so I'd be bored, I wouldn't be eating foods I enjoyed, food that actually filled me up, wouldn't be getting enough protein, and it would just be overall a miserable experience. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. Let's move on to day 3.
Day number 3, breakfast. Drink a glass of tomato juice and eat 2 boiled eggs. Lunch. Green tea, 2 egg whites again, and 4.2 ounces of cooked red meat. Dinner. Dinner will bring you colors to your taste. 2 baked potatoes and a cup of green tea.
So day 3 is gonna be slightly higher calorie than the other 2 days, but not by much. I mean, you're swapping out chicken breast for red meat, you got a couple potatoes, so this might be 1,100, 1,200 calories, but still. For most people, this is gonna be too big of a calorie deficit, it's gonna be boring, it's gonna be terrible, and not something that is sustainable whatsoever. And the worst part about this is, with those millions of views and all these people that really think this is good advice, this is really just spreading a lot of BS out there, man. That's the reason why when you talk to the average person about diet and weight loss, and like you try to tell them like the simple stuff like calories in, calories out, things like that, it almost like blows their mind when you tell them that you can eat carbohydrates and still lose weight. You tell them you don't drink green tea and their head shoots off like a fire hydrant cap. That is because there is so much terrible information out there. In my opinion, videos like this do more harm than good. If we're gonna lean into this whole internet censorship thing where we get rid of videos and objective opinions that we don't agree with, I say we start by just getting rid of this stuff. I think that would do the world more good than canceling someone over a pronoun disagreement.
Keep this way for 3 days and see what will happen. If this video gathers 50,000 likes, we will tell you how to get in shape and build muscles in just 2 weeks.
Jesus. It never ends. You guys upvote this video to the moon. We're gonna release another video that gives terrible advice and doesn't work at all. Overall, if I had to rate this video, it gets a 1 out of 10. I'm only giving it a 1 because there was a couple things they said that might be slightly beneficial to people, but for the most part, this video falls into the pseudoscience, more spews, more views, shout out Dr. Greg, type of content. And while they did claim that you would lose belly fat in 3 days with an easy egg diet, not that that's inherently wrong, but there are so many better ways to do this. You'd be like, for me, for instance, if I followed this for 3 days, I would notice some changes in my body due to a drop of inflammation. I'm losing a lot of water weight because I'm not eating a lot of carbs. I'm not filling my stomach up with a lot of food that carries its own weight. I would notice a difference, but the same way I would notice a difference if I did 800 calories a day of really just about anything. With the rise of platforms like YouTube and social media, it gives everybody a voice. And I'm here to tell you, not all voices are created equal. Someone with 0 education on fitness and nutrition would watch a video like this and think that they found the holy grail to weight loss, when in reality, I think a video like this does more harm than good. At the end of the day, create a calorie deficit, eat enough protein, eat the recipes on this channel or out of my cookbook, and you're gonna be in a good spot. Leave some comments down below, help that algorithm out. Let me know what you guys think of the easy egg diet, or if there's other crazy extreme diets you want me to take a look at and see if they are worth following. If I find one, I'll actually follow it and document it on the channel and see what's going on. But this one was too bogus for me to actually do. I wouldn't do this in a million years. But yeah, if you got some suggestions, y'all let me know down below. I'll love you for it. And don't forget, forget, the S'mores Anabar, the best tasting protein bar on the market, is dropping November 4th at 4 p.m. Central. So set a reminder because we are guaranteed to sell out. I'm giving you guys ample opportunity to make sure that you're there. So don't be mad at me when you miss it. I gave you guys an ample warning. If you like milk chocolate, if you like marshmallows, if you like a good tasting protein bar, then this is what you want right here. Appreciate you guys as always for checking out the channel. Smash that thumbs up button for me. Comment anything down below. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. We got tons of great videos coming. My cookbook is available at the link in the description. If you get it, I promise you will not regret it. And yeah, guys, we're out of here. This is a relatively new style of video for me. So let me know if you like these. I appreciate any feedback y'all get, constructive criticism, whatever y'all want to do, sound off down below. And with that, we are out of here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys at the next video. Boom. We out of here, baby. Don't follow this diet. It might end up killing you.